Asante sana Baba Askofu. Yes, some of you might wonder what is this Muzungu doing here at this point. But actually I'm a member of the parish of the Spiritans of St. Austin, and so that's why I know them quite well. I also know a number of the deacons. Some of them, they did their swimming lessons with me, and I had to save one or two from drowning, and that's why they're here today. So yes, so it is a beautiful day today. And then actually, as I was looking through the ceremony, because many times I do it myself, but now I was an onlooker, so there's a bit of a different perspective. I was thinking of, yes, in a sense, this is a wedding feast. These deacons, they are wed to the church. They are the bridegroom. The church is the bride. And not like unlike, I have to say, like the wedding of Cana, this time around there was plenty of wine, it seemed, because I could see how the deacons were struggling to finish the blood of Christ after Holy Communion. That reminded me of my own Diaconate Ordination in, what was it, 1986. By the way, it was also the month of September, the 13th of September, feast of St. Chrysostomus. And there was a lot of wine, a lot of blood left, and there was one deacon who was insisting that he would drink it all. And immediately after that, he had all kinds of visions. So he had to lay down for a second. It was really blood of Christ inebriated me. So, a beautiful day today. And I was thinking about this first reading. It was also mentioned a bit by Bishop Binda today, my great friend. By the way, Bishop Binda was one of the first Kenyan priests at that point yet that I met when I came to Kenya in 2019. And I remember how together we drove around in the country, even went up to Pokot, to visit the different missions of the Spiritans, sometimes in faraway places. But he mentioned the story, as it was mentioned in the first reading of today, of Levi. Levi, now we do a bit of Old Testament history. Levi was the son of, whose son was he? Hey, deacons, wake up. He was whose son? Hey, come on guys. You know. Who? Who? Hey, did you pass your Old Testament? Jacob. He was a son of Jacob. And who was his mother? Yeah, you have two options at this point. Who was his mother? Leah or Rachel? Leah, yes. And Leah, her third son, she called him Levi. And why did she call him Levi? Because Levi in Hebrew means like joint, attached. Because Leah had the dream or the desire that now finally Jacob would be attached to her. Remember? Leah and Rachel were sisters. But Jacob was in love with Rachel. And then Leah came in. And the father of Leah, Rachel, played a trick on Jacob. So in the morning when he woke up, he found it was not Rachel, but Leah who was laying next to him. And so Leah had always this feeling, I need to bind this Jacob closer to me. And that's why after the third son was born, she called him Levi, joined, attached. Now, this Levi became the tribe of the Levites. And Moses and Aaron, both brothers by the way, were descendants of Levi. Levi was the, what is it, great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather? I do not know, but I think it's his great-grandfather. And from there, the priests and the Levites descended. Now, the Levites had to serve in the temple. And when Moses with his people came into the promised land, by the way, Moses, remember, was not allowed to enter. It was then Joshua who entered with the tribes. They decided to divide the country, each tribe a region. There was one tribe who didn't get anything. Which tribe would that have been? Well, I've put it already in your mouth, basically. The tribe of Levi. Why? Because it was said the Levites should only live from what comes from the temple, from nothing else. The Levites should have no land in Israel, but they served the people through the offerings, through the sacrifices, and therefore should receive from the people enough to survive. As it said this morning, if some of you celebrated this morning already, it said in the letter to Timothy, Paul to Timothy, we should be content with food and vestment. That should be enough for us. So two things, two conclusions. First of all, if you become a deacon and then inshallah also a priest, you are part of a new tribe, the Levites. Therefore, forget about tribal identity. Do not say, I'm from Apollo, I'm from Paul, I'm from Christ, I'm a Kamba, I'm a Kikuyu, I'm a Luo. No. In Christ, we are one family. We are a new family of God. That is number one. Do away with tribalism. Two weeks ago, we celebrated the feast of the anniversary of the death of the servant of God, Otunga. Otunga himself, Cardinal Otunga, was very much against tribalism. And in fact, at the end of his life, he was very disappointed about Kenya, and even the church in Kenya, because he saw how tribalism was propping up again. No to tribalism. Second one, no to gain. No to personal gain. In the letter of Timothy of this morning, it was said the same thing. Godliness is not for personal gain. You're a Levite. There will be enough for you. If you do your work well, as it was said, if you go to the mission, if you work hard, I can testify to that, have been myself in 9 countries by now. God does provide. God does give, and you will have enough to dress, you will have enough to eat. What else do you need? Do you need a big car? Do you need a big house in your village where you hardly ever will be? No, you don't need. Live for the people, and the people will live for you. So, give your life to Christ. Give your life to the church. You are wedded to the church. The church will provide for you. Christ, in his providence, will provide for you. May God bless you in this new stage in your life, in the missions you're going to undertake. When Father said here about that you will get your mission appointment. I remember when I got my first appointment, I was in Rome, and our Father Rector passed by the tables, and he was wearing a black cassock, I still remember very well, and he would just throw the envelopes on the table with your name on it, and see you walking. You would open your envelope, well, that's your appointment, please report within 6 weeks. No discussion. And what a freedom that is. What a freedom that is, to be able to go wherever God sends us, and to find out, and that is also what you will find out, that if you serve God with all your mind and with all your heart and with all your strength, then he will take care of you. Then he will provide for you, because God knows best. So take courage. Put your hands on the plow. Don't look back. Look forward, because there is a great prize waiting for you.
Asante sana.
inamisheni vinywa vyenu kwa baraka.
Mungu aliyewaita kwa huduma watu katika kanisa lake, awajalie bidii nyingi kwa ajili ya watu wote, hasa wenye huzuni na maskini. Mungu aliyewapa mwenyewe kazi ya kuihubiri Injili ya Kristo, awasaidie ili kwa kuishi kufuatana na neno lake, mpate kuwa mashahidi wake wanyofu na wenye moto moto. Mungu aliyewafanya kuwa wagawaji wa mafumbo yake, awawezeshe kuwa wafuasi wa mwana Yesu Kristo na wahudumu wa umoja na amani katika ulimwengu. Na baraka yake Mungu Mwenyezi, ya Baba na Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu iwashukie na ukaa nanyi milele na milele.
Deni na amani.